Ladies and gentlemen, last stream of the week. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I got a big show planned for the last day of the week, guys. Big show planned for the last day of the week. You guys know we already set the vibes. We're setting the tone. This is a tone-setting show. You guys know that we set the tone here on KCSN Live. I'm setting the tone with somebody that I don't think there's a better person to set the tone with after what the Kansas City Chiefs did to the Baltimore Ravens, what they're going to do to the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday Night Football. You might know my guest, my next guest from Bravo's hit reality TV show Summer House. Ever heard of it? I have. You might know him from his new podcast, Show Me Something on the Volume. Ever heard of it? With WNBA star and Mizzou made legend Sophie Cunningham. Ever heard of her? Very big deal. You might know him as Complex's sports, social, and editorial producer. You might know him as the defensive back for the Montana State Bobcats. Go Cats, baby. Or you might just know him as a diehard Chiefs fan. I am pleased to be with the guy, West Wilson. West!
Yo!
Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the stream.
Dude, I've had a handful of intros in my day, and you touched every single base and brought the juice. That means the world to me.
I'm no Jason Kelsey, right? But like I do my best.
Close.
I'll take it.
The music is like I'm fired up to be here. The natural light, the sun is like I think we're 5 minutes away from it touching my face. It's a beautiful day.
Oh.
And the Don Terry Poe jersey. It's all we need.
Dude, we're setting the tone. I love the hat, the throwback hat.
You just gave me an intro. Can I tell you, I think my first welcome to the TDF world was you were making Kay Adams blush on all my socials 2 years ago. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I mean, look, Kay and I are friendly. We're friendly. I mean,
Dude,
she's awesome.
I know ball too, brother. I've seen you. I know what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, look, it makes it easy when the Chiefs like win Super Bowls, and she's like, "Hey, will you go to the Super Bowl parade?" And I'm like, "Well, if you want me to, I guess I'll go to the Super Bowl parade."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "You know, it'd be really funny." Wes, this is how a lot of my ideas come about. Is I think, you know, what would be really funny is I was like, what if I just chugged a beer? Like, what if I just cracked one open?
Tuck, if I wasn't nursing a cold right now, I would say we both go to the fridge and rip one. But I made a promise that I'm not going to have a beer until. I said next week. It'll probably happen Friday, but I'm trying to behave this week.
I mean, look, fair enough. Dude, I got a little stuffing too. I don't know what's
I think everyone's got it.
It's crazy, but thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you everyone in the chat as well. Joel Binfield said, I asked Tucker if I could come on today. Never got a response. Fair is fair. West is way cooler than me.
Oh, no, dude.
Dude, we've been cooking for this for a minute. You and I have been we've been talking Chiefs, been talking ball. Dude, you're with Heidi Gardner and just chilling with Heidi Gardner for the Chiefs-Giants game? Bro, that's so sick.
She's dope. We kind of became friends. Well, basically what happened was I was trying to get into Big Slick last spring.
Yeah.
And she was like, a little late this year, but next year I got you. By the way, like, love this season. You're doing a great job. And I was like, oh, very interesting. And so then we kind of just exchanged a little mutual, like, you know, it was like a virtual like dap up.
Yeah.
And then I hit her up the Monday before we played at MetLife, and I was like, yeah, I got a bus if you want to pull up. And she brought all her friends, and we just crushed. Dude. Yeah.
Did you go to the game? You were at the game?
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm in town and the Chiefs are even if they're in the Northeast, I'll take a train. Like, I'm not going to not go, you know?
Well, let's talk about that. Like, you grew up in Columbia, right? Rockbridge Jones.
Yeah. Yes.
So how did you, I know that like Columbia, because, you know, I do the Mizzou podcast as well. So like I grew up a Mizzou fan, but I kind of grew up all over the state. What's it like growing up in Columbia between like St. Louis and Kansas City? Because like you're like kind of in the middle of both of those like two major metros.
So football wise, when I was a pup, that was Greatest Show on Turf days. So it was honestly Cardinals and Rams were cooler when I was growing up. But also I should set the record, like, all my family is from Western Missouri. So,
gotcha.
Do you know where Carrollton and like Waverly, Missouri are?
Bro, I grew up in Trenton. Yeah, I know where Carrollton is.
Dude, my aunt is from Trenton. Do you know, this is a long shot. Nancy Peters. No way, right?
I'll look it up on my Facebook, but like maybe.
Also, Coach Andy Hill from Trenton, Missouri?
Bro, yeah, he is. I love Andy Hill. There's a picture.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll try to pull it up, but like there's a picture of him and I talking at the Super Bowl. And this was last year before he retired. And he said to me, look at us, just a couple of Trenton boys at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes. So Coach Hill was my next door neighbor in Columbia growing up.
Oh, sick. Yes. Okay.
So like him and my parents are like kind of the same age. So he was like throwing balls to me as a kid in the yard my whole childhood.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, he's how I got to Montana State actually, because he always fly fished in Bozeman, and then he knew like the safeties coach at Montana State my senior year of high school and kind of made that connection. So the Missouri degrees of separation are not that far off. It's always 2 or 3.
Yeah, it is actually crazy because as you mentioned, like you just mentioned somebody and you're like, oh yeah, I know someone who is from there or like from around. Yeah, it is wild. But no, I'm always interested about that, about like the Columbia folk, because it is like split between 2 pretty large metros in that regard, with stuff like that. And like obviously the Chiefs weren't as good as you already mentioned. It was the greatest show on turf, right, for the Rams, but.
Dude, I saw a TikTok this morning and it was like I'm not a Chiefs bandwagon, and then it cuts to all the jerseys he owns, and it was like it went as far back as like Tyrann Mathieu, and I was like, oh god,
no.
give me a break, dude. If you weren't wearing a Priest Holmes jersey in 4th grade, don't try me.
I had the Dante Hall jersey, or not. Yeah, no, it was Dante Hall. You know, like those old Reebok jerseys, you could like peel the numbers off, like if you put them.
Yeah, or if you put it in the dryer too many times, and it just looked like
disintegrate.
Yeah,
those honestly the best era of uniforms. I've started buying them off of eBay, where I'll just go buy like the Reebok jerseys. I think I've been pulling them out. I've been pulling out the jerseys, but I've got a Ricky Williams Dolphins one.
Dolphins,
so sick. The teal, yeah, and then Clinton Portis.
Beautiful. Like Broncos or Redskins?
Skins. I wasn't getting a Broncos jersey. Yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah, Luis says I wore that Priest Holmes jersey in 7th grade. My God.
Good.
Yeah. We got.
So I don't get to see the chat, right? That only you have the chat.
No, I can put it on the screen. It's gonna be by your face though.
No, you don't have to. Just keep. I love interacting. If we got some.
Yeah. No, for sure. Javier says Reebok jerseys suck. Nike all the way. I don't agree with that.
Nike's just modern.
Yeah.
Reebok is like childhood, you know?
It's pretty sick. I don't have maybe I'll lapel mic up and I'll go get my other jerseys at the back here, because and I got them down here in the cave, but dude, I'm a big jersey guy. I don't know are you like a big uniform aesthetics dude? Like when you played, you wanted to be swagged out? I can tell because we have the same vibe.
Yeah, I mean always. Actually, you know what's funny? My dad used to kind of get upset with me in high school, even honestly before, and thought I cared too much about my swag before I played games. And he was like, you don't care about like what matters. And I was like, brother, I can look fire and still go get after it. Okay. So, and then he took it all the way back. My dad taught world history, and he was like, you know what? Like the day he like met me in the middle, he was like Native Americans, they used to do war paint before they went to battle, and they had they put their best feathers, on their bow and arrows, on their like as a part of their accessories. And he was like, you know what? It's historic. I get it. And I was like, there you go.
There you
Come
go.
on.
W for dad. All right, I switched.
Dad.
I switched to my lapel mic here. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! So I'm gonna go get my. I'm gonna go show you some of the jersey collection I got, the Reebok stuff.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. So as I said, I've been on eBay. I've been hawking the eBay, because that is like the best spot to get this stuff.
Are we in the man cave right now? Are we in the basement?
Oh, dude, yeah, this is the basement. This is the cave down here.
Okay.
I call it the cave, short for man cave, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Just,
Of course.
oh, yeah, that's a sick one. Actually, I'm gonna bring that one out there. Wes, I didn't realize how many I had until I just went to go pull them out. Maybe I do have a problem.
Nah, they'll be worth
That's Lily.
one day. Hey, Lou. Good to see you. Tuck, how many days a week do you go live?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when I am.
Holy shit. Okay, so Ricky,
yeah. Sorry, I moved that. We got the Ricky. I already said I got the Ricky, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is Clinton Portis.
Yep. Clinton
Dog.
Portis.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
We can't put that one on screen for too long this week.
Great point. That's a great call on that one.
Deuce
McAllister, dude.
Wow.
I apparently love running backs. Albert Hainsworth.
Oh, that's fire, dude. Those old Titans uniforms were so slick to me.
Why did they change it? Why did they go?
We're one of the only teams who hasn't changed their uniforms ever.
Thank goodness. Look at that one. Keyshawn Johnson, old school Bucks.
That one's dope. That might be my favorite so far.
I got that one at a thrift store, actually. That was clutch.
Is that Eric Berry? Is that dude? That's why I wore 29 in college, brother.
Dude, Eric Berry.
Favorite Chief of all time.
Was like one of the first players that I was like, I want them to draft him. Like when I was like understanding what things were happening, I was like, I want the Chiefs to draft Eric Berry, and then to see how
knuckle tape, no gloves.
Oh, dude,
real.
Big
Bob
Sanders.
Hawkeyes. That's good.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
That's good. Sorry, I almost dropped an F-bomb, Tuck.
Dude, you can. It's okay. I do it all the time.
All right.
John Randall.
Wow.
This is a starter jersey.
That's a starter. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an old. I paid a little bit more than like the other ones for this one, just because John Randall's a dog. And then I got this Justin Tuck one because I could not have a Justin Tuck one. You know.
Could not.
That's sick.
And that's just a pure royal blue.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a pretty classic uniform.
Yeah, I was trying to find a Jeremy Shockey one for the Giants. The goal was to have like a uniform from like every team, just because I think that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm not gonna buy a Raiders jersey.
You love a home uniform. You love a home uniform. No whites.
That is true. I do actually. I love the Chiefs white uniform, but you're right. I don't have any whites in here. That's tough.
Yeah.
Tough look for me. But look, the home uniforms you get more diversity in like the color, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, yeah, it's always fun to kind of scope and hawk out eBay. I'm a big fan of like vintage stuff too, right? Like I love to wear, like your hat is singing my language, dude. It's singing.
I'll save it for our next time I hop on, but we'll go through huge vintage hat guy and huge vintage like starter jacket guy, which I'll show you one of these days.
Actually saw a picture of you on a red carpet, not a big deal. You were wearing, I think maybe that hat or a hat very similar to it, and then you had a sick Chiefs jacket on. I think it was on US Weekly that I saw it.
Yeah, that's
kind of sick.
Well, I just got a text from one of my boys from Rockbridge High School, Manuel Watkins, said he's in the chat. So
yo,
what he's up to.
Yeah,
Manuel Watkins.
Oh,
he hooped at Arkansas, so I don't know if you approve of that, but
I don't care about Arkansas actually. Maybe I should, but like here's the like I know that you didn't go to Mizzou. I saw the clip of you talking about on the with Sophie about like Mizzou KU. Like you're obviously gonna cheer for Mizzou with that. Do you follow Mizzou at all anymore?
Dude, so I like fully detached when I graduated high school because one, I was playing football for another D1 school, so I wasn't gonna like also root for Mizzou. It just felt like weird to me.
For sure.
And then I would, and like, I guess it's like an ego thing, but I'd go to Christmas and everyone's passing around Mizzou clothes. And I was like, fuck you guys. I was like, where's the, show some love. And then finally, like over the last few years, I've been like, I'm still proud. I'm very Missouri forward. So like, yeah, I'm going to care. But I'll also say when Mizzou left the Big 12, like, so I grew up going to like away Mizzou games. Like the Big 12 was a huge part of my childhood. And then Mizzou tried to do the SEC thing. And I just felt like, not only was I like moving away from Columbia, but Mizzou was like, let go of everything I knew about their sports history and everything like that. And so it just felt like I was not a part of like that story anymore. So I'm trying now, but like Mizzou playing KU, like I was locked in, ready to watch that game for 48 hours because I went to that game growing up. It's the best rivalry ever. And I things like that they should keep doing. They try to like bring back some of the history, but yeah, I'm over my detached hater phase,
That's fair.
But if Mizzou played Montana State, I would root for Montana State 100 times out of 100 times though.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect you not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that makes total sense. Like they're the ones that let you play there and everything. So like that's Manny Watkins just said we need a West Wilson Rockbridge High School jersey. You got those?
Let's go, Manuel.
You got those laid around. You got it up in the got it up in the crib.
I wonder if I could find some website that would let me make like a fake one, and we could just, you know.
I mean, you don't have any pull at Rockbridge. You can't just call up Rockbridge and be like, "Yo, print me up one real quick."
That's a good call. I probably could. Dude, we were Adidas my senior year, and those jerseys are like, I don't know if you have seen them, but they're so small. They're like super stretchy, and they look like don't look like football jerseys. They look like
Adidas template that like everyone had.
Yeah, they look like college girl t-shirts, but
yeah, that's a good.
We'll see. Yeah,
I think for sure. No, dude, big game this week against the Jags. You got a pulse on the Jags? You got any feeling like, or do you just feel like the Chiefs are gonna go in there and just run it up?
Dude, haven't watched much Jag tape per se because they haven't been on TV. Mm-hmm. But do they lead the NFL in turnovers? Are my sources correct?
Dude, they've had 13 turnovers in 4 weeks.
13.
Take it away.
Which is like 3.5 a game or something insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So that's scary. And like, if it's another team you're about to play, you're always gonna be like, oh, like fumbles are luck, blah 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 blah. But if it was us, we'd be like, no, those are earned. You know what I mean? So like, I'm gonna give them credit for the turnovers. But I think that just tells me if we protect the ball, like we should be okay. I can't believe how much Worthy opened the offense,
dude.
And then to think if we can get this game and then sneak one against Detroit and get Worthy back, I'll be floating. Truly floating.
That I was
one game at a time
too. Yeah, I was impressed by that too. Just like him just being on the field just was like, oh, now this is what this offense was actually supposed to look like. They didn't obviously plan on him getting hurt in the third play of the game against the Chargers, and they kind of had to scramble in that game. And it obviously is hard when you don't have your 1 and 2 wide receiver when you go up against like the Eagles or you go up against like the Giants. They figured it out against the Giants towards the end of the game there, but like defense has been playing well. Them dialing up that pressure, blitzing. Yep. As a defensive guy, you gotta love to see that.
Spags rocks, dude. He's the best. Well, and I kind of thought similar to previous years that I think our defense takes a good 6-7 weeks to like really start feeling themselves. And after the Chargers game, I was never worried about the defense because I just was like, give them a sack. They always look lost for a few weeks, and that defense is like really hard to learn according to everyone. But yeah, since Philly, they've looked really salty, and you'd love to see it. Just hope, stay healthy and keep getting better. But I really don't know. I get they have the Jags played at fucking noon every single weekend. Like I don't even think I've watched a series from these boys.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've also played the beat up Niners last week was their game. Like the Niners are less than impressive right now. I mean, look, dude, have you seen
the receiving room?
It's the receiving room that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl with.
Yeah,
it's the so
Super
crazy.
Bowl winning receiving room. It's beautiful.
It is. That team, I feels like I talk about this all the time, but that team does not get enough credit for winning the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes was doing that with a bunch of garbage men out there. He literally like plumbers and garbage men and electricians. Probably would have been better.
Actually stepped up in the playoffs though. MVS had a nice little run at the end of the year. But I still I don't need him.
He decided to catch footballs. He's like, I should catch these. That's a good idea. It was against the Ravens game, that AFC title game. I think it's the right one where they connect on that deep ball to kind of ice it.
Yep.
And I was at the Eagles game, the game that he dropped the ball that he dropped in the regular season when he was like wide open. I was at the game in the end zone where he was going to, and I remember. I was up in the 300s, right? So I remember I was like looking down. I love like the live all 22. It's kind of sick. I like sitting up there. There's not a bad seat in the house at Arrowhead, truthfully. You can sit anywhere. It's good. But I was looking down. I saw Patrick load up. So then I like went and I like looked and saw who he was throwing to. And I saw it was MVS. Immediately sat down. I was like, God damn it. This isn't good. And I'm blocked on Twitter now because of that. So that's sick.
What'd you say?
I just said that he sucked. And he blocked me.
Yeah. Well, as someone who's had their mentions in horrible places, sometimes the block is not personal. It's to keep your
You
gotta keep your own sanity sometimes.
No, dude, I get it for sure. So I mentioned at the top, you were on Summer House. How was that experience? Like so my fiance Tara and I, big Bravo people, right? We love.
Really?
Oh, dude, yeah, we're big Bravo people. We are working our way through Housewives of Salt Lake right now, because that shit's insane. Oh my
yeah,
God.
like doesn't compare. They're gnarly.
They're insane. But how was that whole process?
I met Meredith Marks a few weeks ago. She's cool.
Way.
Yeah. It's weird. I worked at Bleacher Report for 4 years.
Yeah.
Got laid off like unexpectedly, and then like got a phone call one day and just kind of like had no reason to not entertain it, you know? And I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. And then, you know, you do a couple interviews and the next thing you know, there's like a contract in your email. And I was like, let's do it. The only thing that you need to like trust yourself with is if you trust yourself like drunk or not. And I behave pretty well when I'm like inebriated. And so I'm pretty okay with doing that. So it's been wild. But the first year I did it, it was like truly the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows. And so I sort of feel like I've done the whole circle, and now it's kind of just some shit's gonna be bad, some shit's gonna be like just have fun, and you know. And now it's year 3, so like these people are my friends.
Yeah.
So it's easier when, you know, the relationships have a little more substance than like just 2 months of like filming a show. So
For sure.
I'm having fun now.
Good. And I'm sure that's like kind of weird at first to be like, oh, I've got to come onto this show, and like you came on in like the middle, like these people have been on for a long time. You come on some people have been on since like the beginning. What are you guys on season? What season are you guys on now? 10?
Yeah, that we just filmed 10.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
That is insane. And so you're like coming in the middle of all that, and you got to like try to find your spot, find your role. But I think you've done a good job with that.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty is you got to like be yourself without trying to act like you're like going to be best friend. Like it's very natural to like how we live life as social human beings, you know? Like, are you going to be the try hard? Are you not going to talk? Are you going to play in the middle? And then like if things get like, it just is real life, but you're just doing it for other people to do it with you, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
I'll be tapped in. You know me. I'll be tapped in. But
this will be a good one. It's next season.
I'm excited for it. As I mentioned, dude, like we are, Tara and I are fully locked into the Housewives. I mean, she's gone through the whole New Jersey. She's on Orange County. She's going to go Miami. Like she's into the Housewives stuff.
Dude, I'm always impressed with people who have like seen. So like obviously I've been following football podcasters and vloggers like forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of Bravo podcasters and Bravo vloggers and whatever. And I'm like, no way you watch every single episode of all these shows, and they do, and they're just dialed.
It's impressive.
But then I really think about like why I like the NFL and like why I watch every Sunday. Obviously, I want the Chiefs to win, but I do watch because I care about the dialogue all week about who threw a temper tantrum, who blew a game. Like, there is a weird similarity between the two. And, you know, we've got ball, they've got their show. Like, you know.
It's not so different. It really isn't.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many dudes I meet who are like, what's up, dude? Like, my girlfriend made me watch like a few episodes and now I'm in. And I'm like, that's how it goes, brother.
It is. No, it's 100% how it goes. But then it's always like I hear Housewives on, I'm just like, oh, those girls are fighting again, and then I find myself like getting locked in on it. I'm just like, oh wow. You're like, well, you're telling me Jen Shaw's getting arrested right now? Like what?
Yeah, that's still there,
dude. That is we are on season 2. We're just about to the Jen Shaw part where she like gets arrested in the sprinter van.
Strap up, brother. And so I don't watch all the shows, but I've done these whiteboard videos. Have you seen those?
Oh, dude, I love you. Like you are so funny in those.
Dude, those are like the best because my friend Lucas has like watches reality TV.
Yeah.
But very good at like guy speak. And he compares everyone to like, like he called some girl from Love Island like the Ben Simmons of the Villa the other day because she was like so hot, but like didn't bring anything to the table, and it's just so
good.
It's so good, dude.
The way
So
you
if
guys did,
any of the boys need like, if you want to catch up, those are good little outlets.
I love that. The one you guys did about the Mormon wives one, which also we were locked into that one. That one is legit. So
it's
funny.
Unreal.
Appreciate you. Funny. Yeah, dude. Both also Whitney and I don't know. Are you locked into Dancing with Stars? I'm locked into Dancing with Stars too.
No, I just am like, I feel like those shows once you're in, then you're like hooked, and like I like to kind of keep my space, and then maybe we'll do I guess you can't really do a whiteboard on Dance with the Stars, but I know that
drama 2 weeks in.
So there is.
Oh, dude, yeah. Crazy.
Interesting.
Low-key crazy. And then they all just. Here's another thing too: is that like all of those pros just sleep with each other. They're just like all married to each other. Oh, dude.
Maybe I'll watch Tuck.
Dude, there we go. We got it. We got him. All right, Wes. I appreciate you joining me. I know you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
You got to do your own pod. You got to do your thing. Appreciate you. We'll get you on another time.
This is so easy, so fun. I could do this weekly. Honestly, this is great,
dude.
Also, before I leave, tell the boys, the laboratory guys. I've been listening for since like 2017. Dude. I listen to them every week. I've never stopped. And like, that's like the one KCSN show that I will, I've been like diehard blood loyal to from the beginning. So
you're the man, West. I appreciate you, dude. Get some hell yeahs in the chat.
Hell yeah!
Gotta hit the hell yeah button going out there, dude. West, you're the man. I'm gonna take a break. Gotta pay some bills, but appreciate you. Much love. Take care.
Later,
I'm gonna
guys.
talk to you very soon. Let's take a break. I'll be back right after this.
Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
What's up, guys? I'm BJ Kissel, founder and CEO of KC Sports Network, and I'm here to talk to Kansas City businesses. If you rely on technology, you need an IT support team that's not just another vendor, but a true IT partner. That's why I want to introduce you to my friend and neighbor, KJ Miller. He is a VCIO at ThrottleNet, the Midwest's highest rated and most reviewed IT support company. They've been in business for more than 25 years, helping companies stay secure, productive, and ahead of the curve. They aren't just IT support, but they provide data security, IT strategy, and cloud software services. They do it all. And their review. What's up, guys? I'm BJ Kissel, founder and CEO of KC Sports Network, and I'm here to talk to Kansas City businesses. If you rely on technology, you need an IT support team that's not just another vendor, but a true IT partner. That's why I want to introduce you to my friend and neighbor, KJ Miller. He is a VCIO at ThrottleNet, the Midwest's highest rated and most reviewed IT support company. They've been in business for more than 25 years, helping companies stay secure, productive, and ahead of the curve. They aren't just IT support, but they provide data security, IT strategy, and cloud software services. They do it all, and their reviews show they do it better than anyone else. So if you want to hear about how ThrottleNet can help your local business, join the conversation with myself, KJ Miller from ThrottleNet, and our resident genius from KC Sports Network when it comes to IT, at least as he's affectionately known by us, Mr. Craig Stout. Click the link in the description to hear how ThrottleNet can help you.
Chiefs Kingdom, I have got a question for you. What is your favorite touchdown? Well, for me, I can confidently say that my favorite touchdown, it's the next one, because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. From the first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. From spreads to money lines, same-game parlays, regular parlays, you want it, DraftKings has got it. Here's the best part. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. I use DraftKings Sportsbook, and you should too. Your team hitting pay dirt pays out to you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Minimum minus 500 odds required. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Chat, welcome back in. KCSN Live here, talking some Chiefs, talking some Jags, talking, I guess, whatever you guys want here on the remaining little bit here until about 1 p.m. Arrowhead time. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us now. Jackie says, need my boy on Special Forces. They have half athletes, half reality stars. They do. Special Forces has been a show that Tara's been dabbling into. I'll have to ask Wes. I have to ask Wes if he's gonna be about that Special Forces life. Johnny Manziel's on this season. They got a good cast of on Special Forces this year, guys. If you guys are into Special Forces, they got a good cast this year. I think Cody from what's this, Sister Wives is on there as well. That's kind of a big get for them. Appreciate everybody. Manziel getting embarrassed. Yeah, that's what I heard. So Tara's watching it. I haven't started watching it yet. She wants to watch it with me. I think there's only like 2 episodes out. I think there's only 2 episodes out, but yeah. Look, Chad knows ball, dude. Chad knows reality ball. Hell yeah, Chad.
Hell yeah!
We know it. We know how things go here, but appreciate everyone hanging out. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button here as well. Just 1 episode. Okay, so just 1 episode. I'm not that far behind on this season. It's good. That's good. Hated the sleeves on the Reebok jerseys of what Javier said. Back to the Reebok jerseys. Luis thinks that the Reebok jerseys are the best. Reebok reversible Derek Thomas jersey. That's sick as hell. That is sick as hell. Steve Bono was my first jersey in 6th. Not sure why. Might need to put the old parents up for child abuse. That's a tough one. Oh, Steve Bono jersey. Tough one on the Steve Bono jersey. Should I be having presser stuff come out here pretty soon here? Let me pull up Twitter. Because we should have pressers up. I also think I'm currently live on a Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. So that's cool. That's movie magic there, fellas. That's movie magic, chat. Live on a Jags podcast, too. With Mia. Mia's great. Go follow Mia. Great Jag stuff. Apparently, I'm also on the radio in Des Moines or in Shenandoah right now as well, too. So that's cool. I'm everywhere, dude. What the hell? What the hell? I did add some new sound effects to the soundboard, guys. I moved my soundboard around so I don't fart on anybody this time. Sorry, Paul. If Paul's in the chat, my bad, dude. Didn't mean to fart on you that one time. Give you one of these, Paul.
Hell yeah!
Move some stuff around on the soundboard. So we got the goods. We got the goods. ETN will be the first running back to break 100 yards on the Chiefs. Yeah, he could be. I mean, look, ETN's been balling. ETN's been having a good season. He's got a lot of explosive plays. KMA 960 in Shenandoah. You're damn right, Scott. That's where I'm at. Shout out KMA. Jamal Charleston's 5th grade pigskin mage. Yeah. Love me some J Charles. Love me some of that. Love me some of that. I'm trying to find and see if there's anything out, chat, on about the pressers. Haven't seen any presser stuff out. Check Nate Taylor's Twitter is what we're going to go to. Coached by Will Shields in the 7th and 8th grade. Dude, where were you at where Will Shields was coaching?
Hell yeah!
Let me know in the chat where you guys are watching from. Appreciate everybody. Pigskin, but I want to know where you're watching from, dude. I want to know where you're watching from. New sound effect. New sound effect unlocked. New sound effect unlocked. Okay, I need to go here to check out what Nate Taylor is tweeting. Nate Taylor tweeted, everyone, Andy Reid said, everyone on the active roster is expected to participate in today's practice. Chiefs are healthy. The Chiefs are healthy coming into the game, which is great news. Great news for everyone. Let me see. Hang on. Whoops, that is way too big. Pause. You just soundboard, Still Dreaming. Hey, shout out Still Dreaming.
Hell yeah!
Thanks for joining us in the chat. You should soundboard He-Man. I have the power, or Lion OFTOM Thundercats. What's up, Chiefs? Chiefs 31-17. I'll take that. I'll take that. Is it as small as it gets? I guess so. All right, there it is. Andrew Reid from Nate Taylor said everyone will practice. That includes Pete Sweeney adds that'll include Mike Dana and Christian Fulton. Oh, guys. You thought we were just having one guest on today's show? You guys could not be more wrong. You guys could not be more wrong. Never mind. Okay. He's not ready yet. We'll get him. Don't worry, guys. Another Pat 400 TD game? Oh, 4 TD game. Did you guys see the hang on, guys. I got to show you this. Did you guys see the NFL graphic that they tweeted out? And I don't think they changed it. I don't think that they changed it. Let me find this, because the NFL tweeted out this graphic that is legitimately hilarious. It's a funny typo. It is a funny typo. I'll bring my guest on after this. Man, loaded guest show, dude. We got loaded guest shows today. Good Thursday night football game tonight, too. Vibes are just high all around, guys. Vibes are just high. Is this it? 23 hours to go. Yeah, I mean, we're getting close. Oh, yeah, I found it. Okay, here we go, Chad. NFL tweeted this out. You guys notice? You guys notice anything about this graphic? Awesome that Patrick Mahomes is the player of the week, right? That's awesome. That's great. 67% completion percent. That's pretty good. 4 pass touchdowns. Good day at the office. 124 passer rating. He also had 270 pass touchdowns. This is still up on the NFL's Twitter. This is still up on the NFL. They just didn't. I mean, he obliterated the record for pass yardage. Like, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I must have missed that one. Must be right, because the NFL left it up. All right, let's bring on the second guest for today's show. BJ Kissel, boss man. BJ Kissel is here. There we go.
There you go. I didn't have the audio set up. I didn't have my headphones in. Didn't have the mic on.
I saw the panic when I said I got another guest, and you're like, wait.
No, you're gonna love why I'm popping on though, because I didn't want to call you, and I can't wait because I was trying to get this done before lunch.
Okay, what's up?
People want to see how the sausage is made. What are the banner ad dimensions?
What are the banner ad? Oh, banner ad dimensions. I remember
1800 by 300.
That works. Yes.
Okay.
But the way that I've done it is like a super weird. Yes, banner ad dimensions are 1800. Yeah.
For everybody listening, I'm sorry. I've asked Tucker this question probably 30 times over the last few years.
But to be fair, like,
because one of them's a weird
is really weird. Yeah, it's
one of them's a jacked up number. It's like 1576 by 417.
Because like StreamYard doesn't actually have like a set of like, oh, you can insert this and this is a bit. So like you kind of set it yourself.
This for Substack.
Yeah.
I'm building. We got
We don't have to say anything.
We have to announce it. People are going to hear it unless the deal falls apart at the last second. But it's got to start like today. So it's the one that we hadn't heard back from about the whole soccer stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So they have one banner ad going, and I got to get the dimensions.
It can be anything, really. But yeah, that's usually what it is.
Man, I remember listening to BJ Kissel on YouTube videos for KC before KCSN existed. Shout out the longtime fan. Thank you.
Cody,
if you were going to say the YouTube videos on the Arrowhead Pride YouTube channel, you're going to go way, way back. I was living in San Diego doing those videos on a fisheye camera for $100 a month.
I think I saw a video. I came across one of those a few months ago, maybe, that I saw one.
The Devin Wiley breakdown?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. Or the Alabama safety corner tweener guy that we had that thought he was going to be good. Drafted in like 08. Can't remember that guy's name. He was out of Alabama.
So I
He's
just
like
had
Shamari Connor.
shout out to Mark Connor. I just had Wes Wilson on, from
Yeah.
Bravo Summer House. He at the end of the podcast, I haven't told the lab guys this yet. I haven't dropped it in our chat. At the end of it, he said he's listened to the lab for 7 years.
Wow.
He
There's
said-
sneaky got some listeners that we've
Oh,
learned
dude.
over the years.
Yeah. Wes
pretty
knows
cool.
ball, too.
All right.
I mean,
Do you have an answer? Is 1800 by 300 work?
that does work. Yes.
Okay, that's what FOCO used when they sent it to us. So,
Oh yeah, then that'll be fine. That's perfect.
but it's also responsive, so it doesn't really matter.
Right, and I
I
think
just don't
what
want it to be vertical because it screws up the scrolling.
yeah. Let me look just
User
super
experience.
Quick. I'll tell you exactly. what
Sorry,
you
everybody.
guys
This is
know.
how we actually talk when we do business things.
Cody Rowan, safety Eric Murray. Yeah, he might be out for the game though. Eric
It wasn't
plays
Eric
for the-
Murray. This is
plays for
well
the-
beyond. This is well before Eric Murray. This is the Scott Pioli first year draft. It's Alabama. I could have swore it was at Alabama. Be a trivia question. I'm mad at myself for not remembering this. It was the same draft, Devin Wiley, because I did the same series on YouTube on the Arrowhead Pride. They might still be there.
Probably is.
I don't know if Joel deleted them. They were not good. I was in front of a TV.
I saw
Pointing
one.
at YouTube videos like, man, he's fast.
Maybe we should. Maybe that's what we should do. I should just share the screen. We should go in the corner, just break it down. Just share the tab, and break down the old. We should do it with old KCSN videos, like first generation KC Lab
This
when
is
Maddie's
bothering
like.
me. I gotta go look at this.
I did look up the dimensions, by the way. What I have for a banner ad, yours is way better. It's just 4583 by 1375. So. Shout out Jatindra. Sorry for mispronouncing your name in the chat. I've been listening to the lab since 2022 playoffs. Shout out.
Hell yeah!
Shout out. Drafted Javier Arenas in 2010.
It wasn't Javier Arenas.
That's
Oh, I'm
because-
looking at it too. I'm at 2008, not 2008.
Javier Arenas, because of the
No, it's got to be after that.
Tony Gonzalez trade is how they got Javier Arenas with the pick from Tony
God, it's
Gonzalez.
Anthony Sherman.
And then got to do Anthony Sherman. I was trying so hard one time to tie that to like Travis Kelce coming to the team. That'd have been awesome, but can't do it. It ends at
This is
Anthony
gonna
Sherman.
bother me because Daquan Menzie. That's who it was.
Ooh, what a pull!
Yeah, I wouldn't have come up with that one, but there was Cyrus Gray. Love Cyrus Gray is a good dude. I like Cyrus. Because that was the Jeff Allen draft. Yeah. It was Dontari Poe, Jeff Allen, Donald Stevenson, Devin Wiley, Daquan Menzie, Cyrus Gray, Jeremy Long, Junior Hemingway.
Junior Hemingway.
Former Chiefs legend.
Shout out to Jeff Allen. I haven't talked to Jeff in a
Guy's
minute.
just killing it.
Yeah, he's a busy dude. And I did talk to
Talking about
Mike DeVito the other day. Texted me back. We're talking about. I was thinking about the ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
And I texted every time I think about the ship of Theseus.
Good person to reach out to.
I text him because like it's just one of those philosophical questions that every time like I'll go down, I'll just think about it for like an hour, right? And then I just like text him because he's like the smartest person.
Is
Maybe
looking back at like the now knowing like how smart Mike is Mike DeVito, Craig Stout, and Derek Johnson talking football together. It was such a beautiful like synergy of
Oh my gosh.
good dudes and very bright people coming together.
Yeah, I mean, Jackie wants to go down it. Is it a new ship? Is the ship of Theseus a new ship? If you
I have no idea what you're talking about.
okay, so the ship of Theseus. You know the ship of Theseus paradox, right? It is you have a ship. Theseus has a ship, and if he replaces each piece one by one, it's an old wooden ship, and he
Okay.
replaces each board one by one. At what point does it become a new ship, or is it always the same ship?
If you do it one piece at a time, it's always the same ship. It's the soul of the ship.
And that's the conundrum, right? It's like what's the one with the train? You pull a lever to make it only kill one person, or you just leave it going to kill 6 people or something like that. Then you're controlling who
It's
dies
deep.
at that point.
You're
Yeah,
getting
no,
deep on The old show here.
Look, Mike, I should, you know what I should do? Philosophy hour with Mike, and we just go and we talk about philosophy. He's actually
Honestly, that's a great idea.
I think
I
he's a
love that
professor at Maine now because he was because I was talking about the ship of Theseus with him. He's like, I just taught this to my students a little bit ago, like this week.
I've donated to the University of Maine because he didn't want to get paid, so he donated to the Maine. So I get all kinds of letters.
Baby.
From Maine.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're the Black Bears, by the way.
Donated a lot. I got a lot of email. I got a lot of mail.
You
right
do
now.
get a lot of emails.
Speaking of mail, I did mail out all the gift cards for Tacos for Life
hell yeah.
today. So anybody that's subscribed to kcsn.com, sent out a bunch more gift cards. Here they come. And shout out anybody in Overland Park that wants to. Why is there a Poe in the front? Why are you wearing it backwards? Sorry, it took me.
For swag.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. Kids are doing nowadays. Kids are running it backwards. But this is Don Terry.
My
Poe.
kid's not.
I'll tell Carter that the cool kids are doing it.
All right. Yeah, sorry to jump in and disrupt this, but
No, it's fine.
I have 2 deals trying to close right now. So
Whoa. ABC always be closing.
it's a big day.
The Maine Black Bears, speaking of the Mike DeVito alma mater, the Maine Fighting Mike DeVitos are pretty damn good for FCS. Like they could
Yeah.
make some noise. Scott Preston says I'm bringing back the crisscross style. Early 2000s crisscross. Oh yeah.
Listen, everything's cyclical, right? So it's all coming back.
Jatindra, I have not heard of the Fermi paradox, and I'm gonna have to look that up. And if it keeps you up at night, I am a very big fan of philosophical.
I'm a big fan of philosophers,
Yeah,
philosophizing.
he needs a big Bob jersey, is what Weston says. Yeah, I gotta get on that.
You don't even wear the shirt that you have.
I know. I need to get one of those. But shout out to research time. Scott says research time for that one. I don't know if I can do a research time on that.
I'll leave you there with this. I thought the coolest stat that I heard this week, if you read Joseph Hefner's breakdown on kcsn.com,
I've not read it.
that on late down, so 3rd and 4th down, the Chiefs defense against Lamar Jackson forced them to an EPA of negative 0.961 on 3rd and 4th down. 4th percentile. 4th percentile across the NFL. That's Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 4th down against Steve Spagnuolo.
Wow. Pretty good.
Not great, Bob. Not great, Bob.
Have you seen? I know you're not on the socials very much, but there's a lot of people right now out here bending over backwards to defend Lamar Jackson in that game.
He is awful. He
did not
wasn't
play
running
good.
like he did
Yeah.
not play good.
No.
But like that doesn't mean he's a bad player. Everybody wants to like absolutism about everything.
Right,
Like doesn't mean he's a bad player. He's got a mental block against the Chiefs. I don't know how you could play as bad as they did and then have any sort of like mental, like real like deep down confidence if they have to come back to Arrowhead in the playoffs. Which is really saying something, even with the injuries. That's hard to get out of their head, especially as uncomfortable as Lamar looked throughout the game.
Verder and I talk about this all the time. Both of these teams will tell you that they're not like the Chiefs aren't a boogeyman, but it is very clear that every time that like the Bills or the Bills or the Ravens play the Chiefs, they change something philosophically about how they play.
Yeah, I think with Josh, this is my take. I've been negative, probably bigger hater against Lamar Jackson because the Chiefs have always played well against. He's never played well against the Chiefs in a big moment. And so for me, and I've said this going back to years when I worked at the Chiefs, where it's just, I don't believe he's going to convert enough 3rd and 7s to win you anything. I think he beat the Chiefs one time? Yes. Do I think he's good enough to convert high enough against 3 good teams in the playoffs 3 weeks in a row without having an off performance? No. And I don't think they can win without him having a really, really good performance, especially the way the defense is now. Yeah. So my take on Lamar Jackson's never changed. Now with Josh Allen, I think he bows up testosterone, thinks I've got to match and I've got to play He-Man ball against Patrick Mahomes, and that works against him. So I think it's 2 different reasons. I think Lamar probably thinks they're coming every single time, and 13% feels like every single time when they're playing cover 0, but they're sending it enough that he's seeing boogeyman, to your point. But I will say, I absolutely despise, and Verderon probably says this stuff, I went off with Kendall Gammon and Marlia Campbell about this. Oh, nice. For the 101 The Fox stuff. I despise when people say like, oh, this defense is afraid of playing Patrick Mahomes. Nobody's scared of the Chiefs anymore. As if these, pardon my language, fucking alpha males, that the people saying this have spent time around these people. They all think that they're the baddest dude on the planet. Everyone in that locker room. That's the reason that they can step between the white lines. If they didn't think that, they shouldn't be out on the white, like stepping out there. I hate that. Yeah. Oh, the Chiefs don't scare anybody anymore. They weren't scaring the players on the field. They were scaring the fans watching the highlights. Sorry, it's a thing for me.
No.
And Kendall and them tapped into it because they played national media saying nobody's afraid of the Chiefs. Like Damian Woody or somebody. Yeah. Like, nobody's scared of the Chiefs. Like, stop that bullshit language. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it. I don't like it.
No, I'm right there with you. Verdum and I are going to talk about it a little bit on that football show.
It's not as annoying as watching people tweet through it when the Chiefs are dominating and they're still finding reasons to be upset during the game.
Okay.
Who could that be, Tucker?
It was halftime. And
who was that, Tucker?
It wasn't necessarily if I would have known that Lamar Jackson was going to quit in the third quarter, BJ, I wouldn't have.
I digitally bitch slapped you through memes and videos because I know how you are watching a game.
I was annoyed.
And you know how I am.
I was annoyed. Make a field goal. And a lot of people took it as like, oh, you're upset he missed that 156-yarder. It's not just about that one field goal. Guys, come on.
He's become an average kicker right now. He is, and I think Andy Reid talks about it. It's weird because say it and Andy Reid says it, but like, he's not a bad kicker right now. He's not. He's more of an average kicker now. Is he getting paid compensatory, whatever the word is, to how he's playing? No, but that's like most of the NFL. Most of the guys are either overpaid or underpaid. Very few do they like get it right, like right across the board.
Jackie Moon says Verdum had a great point on Buck Kerr. He does have a lot of good points. I do agree with Verdum on a lot of things. Weston says, is Tucker D jumping for joy seeing how bad the Bengals are? I don't know if I'm jumping for joy as much as like Kent and Maddie are. I don't dislike and hate the Bengals as much as those two guys do. Like those two guys like have a genuine hate. I think for me the Bengals organization as an organization is very funny. Like how they operate and just like how cheap they constantly are. And like that is just like, it's so ridiculous that they're in the National Football League in 2025 are asking one of their 8 Ring of Honor members to fly themselves out to the ceremony. Yeah. Like that's ridiculous.
Remember they did everybody come to the stadium and pay like $100 and you get to watch the game and like 6 people went and it was embarrassing and they couldn't post it. Yeah. Granted, it's probably different now because they've had a little bit of success, but I was there like a decade ago. And by far, it was shocking compared to any other stadium you went into how little branding and just like opportunities for fans in the Bengals stadium to where like the Chiefs now have the, where you see the videos of the players walking out and they've got that bar where like VIPs and season ticket members, I think can get in. I don't know who all can get in there. But they had like cool opportunities in places like that. The Bengals had nothing, and they had like one little room, and it was like it was like 3 concrete tables. It was so cheap. They're like all the things you hear about him, and you're like, oh, I don't know any different. I just know how the Hunts are and like how the Chiefs are, and it's pretty good, and everything seems pretty awesome. You go to these other places and you see it, and you're like, wow, they really, really are cheap. I will say that I've had watching. I'll talk out of both sides of my mouth. I hope I can articulate. Watching quarterback made me like as a person and understand Joe Burrow more. Yeah. Where I just think he's a weird, kind of different kind of guy. Yeah. Like he's just a little socially awkward in some ways where around a lot of people, like I completely understand it. See some of myself in that when I'm around a lot of people like that. But like I understand that more. So I don't dislike him in that way, the way that I did before. Yeah. But their fans did this to themselves. So during this stretch, I have gone and looked at some of those Houday Zim people that used to talk so much shit. And now I just look at all their like sad tweets and I'm just like, Briscoe should use these for sad fans.
We just need to do sad fans Bengals. Just every week just sad fans Bengals would kind of be fun.
So I don't dislike Joe Burrow as much as I used to because of that show. It actually helped just kind of understand him better. He always came across like such a dick to everybody. I think he's just kind of awkward. And in hearing stories about him from other people, it seems to track. But
Jatindra said in the chat, I live in LA. SoFi Stadium is the best of the best and was disappointed when the Chiefs-Chargers game was in Brazil and not LA. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a bummer in that regard of it. But no, BJ, back to your point about Joe Burrow. I've always liked Joe Burrow as like a football player. I think it's phenomenal. I think he's a great quarterback.
He's the one who scares me the most out of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and
Oh,
Burrow. Not just because he
yeah.
beat him. It's just that he has that, like, I'm calm enough to still go out and do what I normally do. And that could beat the Chiefs. Whereas Josh Allen tries to do he just does a little too much. And Lamar he can't handle Spags. He's seeing ghosts.
No, he is. But, and look, Verder and I were on this from like literally the jump. They don't have a defense. The Bengals didn't have a defense, and then Joe Burrow got hurt. So it's like, all right.
Lou Anarumo was the problem, apparently.
That's so crazy. And like, look where he is now.
Whoops.
He's now with the Colts, and they're 3-1. And I mean, and they were hanging in there against the Rams, which a game that they probably should have won because A.D. Mitchell dropped the ball at the goal line. Because like apparently we're still doing that. I don't know why, but like he dropped the ball at the goal line. Yeah.
Did you know that because you have Sunday Ticket now?
Yeah, I did know. Well, I did know that because my best friend's a Colts fan. So that's probably the other team that I follow the closest is the Colts as well. Just because I hear
Tell
a
the
lot,
chat.
but-
Got you Sunday Ticket.
Yeah, I did. I talked about it on that football show where we talk about this is my first Sunday with Sunday Ticket, and it is a doozy. Have you seen the slate this week?
Oh God, no.
Thursday Night Football tonight is good. Like it's a good Thursday Night Football game. It's Niners. Well, Mac Jones Niners, and Rams. Let me pull up the NFL schedule real quick, chat.
All I really know about the NFL like when I'm messing with my fantasy teams. Outside of that,
so
you know what we got going on now. So
there's
some stuff.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of irons in the fire.
Thanks, Jackie. I did pat myself on the back for that one.
That's 2-0.
The guy talks about the entire NFL. He should have access to watching the NFL.
That's true. I usually just do like legally stream it, but now I'm not going to.
We're legit.
Yeah, we're legit now, and I don't have to legally stream anything. So it's going to kick off. Can I interest you in an 8:30 a.m. Central Time kickoff of Vikings Browns in London?
Go Jordan Addison.
Yeah. You know what? You know it's an.
I picked up Dylan Gabriel. That tells you anything about my fantasy team. Have you talked about if Lamar went to the Ravens, he might be playing right now?
Shadur's what you're talking about? Shadur? If he went to the Ravens?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If Shador had not chose to not back up Lamar.
Yeah.
Because he wanted a better chance of playing.
Now he's a third-string quarterback, and then just miming things now, I guess. You see that video?
No, I try not to see it, and then I try not to look too much into clips now because they can be taken out of context. What's the miming? Oh God!
They asked him in the locker
This
room.
there should be a segment too, catching BJ up on all the
That would actually
shit
be
that everybody
phenomenal.
else is talking about.
So, hang on. There's a clip of him being asked about like he's the third string quarterback now. So Flacco's the second string. They didn't move Flacco all the way down. They just like said, Dylan Gabriel, you're near now the quarterback, and then he's still Shadur's still the third string. They asked him about it, and he just would move it. He didn't say anything. He just like mouthed words when they were asking him about like how he feels about being named the third string. Interesting play on his part, but
There's a way to handle it and a way not to, but at the same time, like I'll see both sides. Like it also sucks for a player to have a mic shoved in his face and be like, how does it feel to be humbled?
how does it feel to
Like,
suck?
And yeah, how does it feel to suck and not get what you want? He's got to see the comment like someone. He's got to stand up there and answer the question like an adult and like somebody that is going to be the leader of men inside a locker room. How he is when that's not there is going to determine whether or not those guys follow him. But maybe people in the locker room, I'm just guessing, aren't going to like the way that he's handling it because every player has to go through it. Not all of them have a mic shoved in their face when they're doing it like that, and they're not coming.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to completely cut you off. I was
I don't know if
trying
they
to.
can hear me or not, but that I do think that there's.
Go ahead.
Actually, I did see this video. I was scrolling through and saw it. I didn't know he was miming and not talking. I just didn't really care. Because I don't think it's necessarily fair that he gets a mic shoved in his face in that moment, because I don't think the media is coming from a great place. They know it's a negative thing, and it's kind of coming from like, what do you have to say about this? Are you humbled now? And I think that's probably the vibe at which they're coming at him, and he knows that.
I don't think he's had a great relationship with the Cleveland media either so far in his time there. But yeah, so I'll play the video. There's no audio, right? Because he's not saying anything. But this is all he does. Like he's just, and you can just like kind of hear some stuff in the background, right? Of just some rustling around, but he's just acting like he's not talking.
Yeah, if he acts like this to the media and then he's a professional to his teammates, I really don't think it's that big a deal. It's just going to be like one of those annoying things. You know what I mean? Like, some players treat the media and talk to the media like in such a boring way because they don't want to be a part of it. And some are just going to be, especially nowadays, they don't need the media the way they did 15 years ago, where players would have, I would say, fake relationships with media, but the players needed the media to get messaging out there.
Yeah.
You don't need that anymore. They've got their own channels, their Twitter accounts, their podcasts, whatever they want. They have outlets to reach people. So
it's all bizarre. So, and he's always going to have more of a microscope on him because of who his dad is too. So I mean, that's what it's gonna be. But sorry, other games this week to go on it. Next week's what's up?
Sorry, I was looking at Jackie's comments. I'm looking at the comments here.
Yeah.
How hard is it to say the right thing? I think it's hard to say the right thing. I just think you get conditioned after years and years of saying the right thing that it gets twisted and turned. And I saw it happen with Eric Fisher personally multiple times where he would answer a question. I'd be in the scrum and I'd know the context and how things were asked. And one thing to have a conversation, but when you see answers written down, it can take on a different meaning. It can take out of context. And sometimes it was, in this instance, it was a person that was in the scrum that went and wrote something that was disingenuous. A lot of times now it's bloggers when the team sends out all the scripts, and the bloggers seeing it that weren't in the room, that don't know the context, that are just reading through quotes and then use it to create content. And the person consuming it doesn't necessarily know and getting all that content. So I don't know if that's what you're asking for, but it's not overly difficult. But that's where the PR staff needs to get in and be like, you're not helping yourself talking about these kinds of things in this kind of way.
As I mentioned,
people there too.
Browns Vikings 8 a.m. if you want to be locked into that in London. Next week's London game might actually be an act of terrorism by the United States on the country of England, because it is.
I think
Broncos
you could say that
Jets.
On the stream. Broncos Jets.
Yeah, that's bad. Tough.
Let's go Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that's next week. We might get to a point though. Like I think that, we talked about like the NFL wanting to like expand obviously internationally to where like every week there's an 8:30 a.m. game overseas.
Yeah, I don't know how any of this stuff works, and this could sound completely ignorant. But then moving games outside of the country to grow brands, that way they can get markets and the rights for advertising, and to grow the Chiefs brand or the Bills brand or the Jaguars have been everywhere. Is that the onus and the responsibility, and the players are the ones that are really feeling the effects of flying 12 hours to Brazil to grow the markets there. I know how the CBA kind of works with all those things. But is that money that's coming in, it's not being shared as the markets grow outside of the country? There are a lot of people smarter than me. But yeah.
Giants Saints in the new window.
It's not that much higher. Whoever just said that. Albert. I could look this. I look into the camera.
Yeah. Dolphins
Big
Panthers.
monitor.
Raiders Colts. That's an interesting one for Chiefs fans.
Go Dolphins. Rooting for the Dolphins. I don't like the Panthers.
Titans Cardinals. That's just a meh game. Cowboys Jets tonight, or not tonight, a noon window, but on Sunday.
Is there a more mid quarterback in the history of the National Football League than Kyler Murray?
I think he's perfectly mid. Like, I think that he is just
the same thing that happened to like DeAndre Hopkins and like every good receiver, like Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, he's not good quarterback. He's not accurate. He doesn't give his guys a chance. Jackie, I don't know. Just don't like him.
wear too much blue. I like Sir Purr. Sir Purr's funny. It's a great
My
name for a
favorite-
mascot.
One of my favorite tweets I've seen in a while was from the Bucks, some like Bucks person, like content creator that said, "Shout out the Bucks scouting staff for finding their franchise quarterback as a scout team defensive end off the Carolina practice squad." And there was a picture of Baker Mayfield when he was with Carolina lining up as a defensive end.
Yeah.
It's like he goes to Tampa Bay and it becomes a top 5 quarterback.
They had both him and Darnold
That made me laugh.
at
Yeah.
the same time. So like that's great. And then Baker just revitalized his career. Played in that Thursday night game like immediately. Like they traded for him on like a Monday, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we need you to play quarterback." on an
Carson
offense.
Wentz had 3 weeks and
Pretty much.
starting from Minnesota.
Carson Wentz
All right.
again overseas.
I'm gonna go because I gotta write some contracts and
All right, I gotta
do
go
some
too. But
business things. We gotta talk about that stuff. So call me because that's starting like today.
Okay, that's good. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for this edition. This last. Oh wow, this is our last edition of the week. All right, see you, BJ. That's it for our last edition of KCSN Live. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know in the chat, guys. Yeah, thank you. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Maybe we'll get West on some more. If you guys liked our conversation with West, that was good. I liked having him on. It was a fun little vibe, hanging out, talking some ball and everything like that. But appreciate everyone in the chat. Everyone gets a
Hell yeah!
hell yeah is in the chat. Let's go. Nobody gets. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here. Look, that's not all the content we have at KC Sports Network, though. We got only weird games going live at 4:45-ish. Going to be going live in no Seth Kaiser, just Nate Taylor and Joshua Briscoe today. Then we'll have that football show on Friday. Myself, Matt Verderam, will have a show for you guys out there. And then on Saturday, we'll have 21 questions. 21 questions will be on Saturday with the longer week. We're going to Saturday, 21 questions. And then Sunday will be 5 things. So one show to get you all the way up until Monday Night Football, Chiefs and Jags. But guys, I'm so happy that you joined me on this week of streams. We'll be back next week. You guys already know. And we will be back after a Chiefs dub on Monday Night Football. I'll see you Tuesday.